Well, hello again. It's Sam, and this is gonna be a quick video. I've I've grammar. I've come across a few new things that I'd like to show you that I've picked up in the last few days. Um, I haven't gone anywhere during COVID other than work, and then the occasional outdoor visit with folks when it's warm. Here in Virginia, it's been pretty cold the last few days. It's the 26th as I record this, and it's actually some sprinkling of rain right now, and there was some sleet earlier today that brought some people home early from work. This winter is really making up for the last two that we've had where it's been very mild. Personally, I'm a cold weather guy, so I enjoy having the sleet and the early morning snow. An alternate take of a Gordon Lightfoot song. It's not my little joke for the weekend. But I haven't really been going anywhere. I really miss going my favorite store, my favorite record store, and about a 45-minute drive from where I am. I haven't been there. Just trying to keep as safe as I can. Just got my second shot today, my second vaccine. So I'm happy to have that behind me, but I'm still being very cautious. And so as a result, my music purchases are coming across via the internet. But it lets me find things that I might not find at the local Barnes and Noble, which I do miss Barnes and Noble. I miss flipping through CDs and records. That's one of the first things I'm going to do when I'm feeling fully confident to go out and explore. So a couple of things I've been following along with a couple folks in the vinyl community. I just recently subscribed to Calico Silver. That's a really neat channel. A lot of Bob Dylan talk there. So if you're a Dylan fan, check him out at Calico Silver. I'm always following along with my friends, my VC friends, I should say. Matt Street, who's been talking about all sorts of things over the last few days. He's been doing some highlights of different bands. I'm always watching Joe Mayo on his channel, his Beatles related stuff. Beatle Brad, who obviously talks about the Beatles. I'll watch their live chats, the three of them together. They're really, really neat talking about the Beatles. And then also I follow Tommy down in North Carolina. He just put up a really neat Michael Nesmith video, which I'm out of the Four Monkeys, Michael Nesmith is my favorite. So he just put up a video. He hadn't put up anything in a while, so I was happy to see that he was doing well. It was really neat talking about Nesmith's post-Monkey career. And then finally, I also watch, not finally, I watch Paul over at Psycho's Platters. He's always got some neat things that come his way. He usually goes pretty in depth with them. Another big Monkees fan. And then also Glenn Kellaway up in Canada, who I've kind of gone to the beginning of his video collection and started watching his. He's just a fairly new subscriber to YouTube. I don't think quite a year yet, and he can correct me. He comments on my videos sometimes. So that's kind of what I've been watching. I just thought I'd let you all know some other channels that you might like that kind of talk about the same sort of things that I do, have their own take on it. A lot of those guys are heavily influenced by an artist that might not influence me as much, but put them all together, it's still music. So check out all those guys. It's really, really neat stuff. Neat collectibles from all of them. So anyway, without further ado, it's just a few things. I'm expecting another piece to come in, hopefully tomorrow. I think it's been shipped. I'm not going to say what it is. It's going to be neat to show, and I'm really excited to see what it looks like in person. But anyway, I have 4 items here. A couple of these, well, I should say one of these I know you've already seen. Actually, I'll go ahead and start with that. I've been wanting this for going on the 4 years. It is the 50th anniversary Sgt. Pepper box set of the Beatles. And that's a cool cover. It's hologram, if you can't really, that hologram style cover. If you can't really see it on the camera, it is everything you need for Sergeant Pepper. Again, all those guys that I just mentioned, I think for the most part have done some kind of review on this package. Definitely Brad, Joe, and Matt. Um, but it comes with 4 CDs, the original album, and it also the album recorded in mono, so it's mono and stereo versions of the album, beautifully, um, beautifully remastered by George Martin, the Beatles producer for years. He produced others, but he's most famous for producing the Beatles for their career. His son Giles took over the reins once his father became ill of health and eventually passed away, unfortunately, a few years back. Lived a good life. He was in his early 90s when he passed away, but um, I listened to the original album this evening, and it's complete. Like it takes the album and puts it here. It was here, it's brought it up. I think, and the album that I'm most used to is the 2009 remaster that came out um, 11 years ago. Um, but gosh, excuse me, not 12 years ago. 12 years ago. Um, but it raises the bar. I'm excited to listen to all of the studio outtakes and to watch the documentary that's been remastered on Blu-ray. Um, the promotional films are on there for Strawberry Fields, Penny Lane, A Day in the Life. So I just thought I'm gonna treat myself to this box set. I've wanted it for going on 4 years, so I'm excited to delve into that. I've started the book. I'm not gonna open it either because, like I said, those other guys have done unboxing videos for it. Um, but it's good stuff. Even if you just get the album, as a single CD set, they do sell it as just the CD, standard CD price. But check out that 50th anniversary restoration. It's fantastic. So I'm excited to delve into that now that I've got some time off for the weekend. So anyway, Sergeant Pepper box set, 2017. Um, and the next three things all were released today, February 26, 2021. And so it was exciting enough that these three came the same day. It's even more exciting that they actually came the day that they were released, considering I pre ordered two of these items the day that they were announced that they were coming out. Um, so I was just really excited that they actually came out the day of, because a lot of times you'll pre order something and it doesn't show up for 2 weeks after you've pre-ordered it. So anyway, happy to get these. The first I'm really excited about. I'm a big Willie Nelson fan. Really, I'm almost more into his later stuff than his early stuff, and it might have to do with my age. I'm not necessarily being raised, with Willie's music. Um, but if you're familiar at all with Willie's Stardust album, which is probably his biggest seller. I'd say it's probably definitely his biggest seller. But don't fully quote me on that. He did the American Songbook, and he's done it a few other times. I know he did a Gershwin album a few years ago where he sang George Gershwin tunes. He did an album back in 2018. Again, don't quote me. Called My Way, where he recorded all Sinatra recorded songs. In the same vein as Stardust. Well, he's done that again, and in the meantime has released 2 or 3 albums between that time. He releases sometimes a couple albums a year, even being 87 years old, almost 88. He just released That's Life, another collection of Sinatra standards. I think it's being marketed as like a part 2 in a volume that he's doing of Sinatra songs. It's got songs, Cottage for Sale, I've Got You Under My Skin, You Make Me Feel So Young, Luck Be a Lady, That's Life, in the wee small hours of the morning. And then he does a duet with Diana Krall called I Won't Dance. And it's a really neat little video out for that. It's an animated video, very 1950s animation. So I'm excited to play this. I love Willie. You just kick back on the evening and listen to Willie, especially Willie doing songbook or jazz music. Nothing like it, even at his advanced age. The next album just came out today. You probably don't know this guy's name is Wesley Schultz, and the album is called Vignettes. Wesley is the lead singer of the indie folk band The Lumineers. They had the big hit "Ho Hey," came out in the mid 2000s, 2010, mid 2010s, and he just released this album. I think it was mostly recorded in quarantine, but they're covers of, and there's the songs. I don't know if that's focusing or not. He does songs by Tom Waits. He does Downtown Train, which I'm a big Tom Waits fan. If It Makes You Happy, which is the Sheryl Crow song. Operator by Jim Croce. Boots of Spanish Leather, Bob Dylan. I've heard that. It's fantastic. Downtown Train was also covered. Back to Downtown Train. That was recorded by Springsteen as well. My City of Ruins, which is a Springsteen song. I'm sorry. Downtown Train was recorded by Bob Seger and Rod Stewart. I'm thinking of Downbound Train from the Born in the USA album by Bruce Springsteen. Anyway, My City of Ruins is a Bruce Springsteen song, really made popular during 9/11. He re-released it and around that time, and that's when it was big and campaigns and things of that nature. He does a Coldplay song. He does a Warren Zevon song. So it's good music, and he's just got a great, really clean voice. The liner notes each song. I'm not going to open this, but he talks about what each song means to him. So this is really going to be interesting to listen to. I like Wesley. I like the Lumineers. So that's definitely going to be fun. And lastly, this is for Glenn Kellaway in Canada, because we've commented back and forth on some videos about this set, Bob Dylan 1970. These are all unreleased songs by Bob Dylan, obviously from 1970. And you can see here Bob's recording in the studio. What's neat about this album is special guest George Harrison. Dylan and Harrison got together in 1970, recorded a few songs that were never officially released, and of course, as everybody knows, I hope, George Harrison recorded Bob Dylan's song "If Not For You" on his album All Things Must Pass in 1970. And, excuse me, All Things Must Pass was 71. 71, yes, because I'm not there today. 71, because it's the 50th anniversary. So this is really good. It's all unreleased. None of these have even been released on the bootleg series that Dylan puts out. So I'm really excited about this. I'm interested to hear what Glenn's take is on it. I'm hoping to do some sort of review on it. Don't quote me on that. I've got a lot of videos I want that are kind of backlogged. So not Bob Dylan 1970. And this became very long-winded and very scatterbrained, and I apologize. My facts were not all there when I needed to say them. But let me know if you've gotten any of these albums today. I know a lot of you have gotten Sgt. Pepper. Let me know how you like that sound. I know how some of you already feel about it. But anybody new who hasn't chimed in, I'd love to hear from you. So take care.